Oh, I am literally stuck between two worlds because I honestly went to warm up my coffee because it's only 10 a.m. and I really didn't drink a lot of my coffee early this morning when I made it. But yet I've been kind of running around getting ready, which what I did learn today is to give myself more than 30 minutes to get set up for the live. So I had my sip of water. Now I can sip my coffee and we can get ready to discuss the things that we need to discuss today. And yeah. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, we'll get to that part. We'll get to that.
One of the who's who's. I got two tools for new crews. RP to the DJ from Houston, we lose screws. Helicopters, cop lights, and news crews. Steady crying on my daddy, well boo hoo. You probably heard a lot about the boy, but true.
Mm, it's supposed to be some way here that I can work on the settings of the chat, but maybe it has to be a chat first. Maybe it has to be a chat first. Okay, we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
What is everybody doing on a Saturday morning? Like, I know it's things that you could be doing, but my dream Saturday morning is the one that I'm having right now today, and that's just a nice, quiet, chill, non-obligatory Saturday morning. Okay, that's it for me. Let's see. Uh, hey, 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 hey! That's my girl right there. Welcome, welcome, welcome. What you been doing over there? How you been doing over there? We had matter of fact, I don't know what weird I had just thought about you this morning, or I thought about Top Shelf this morning, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna be needing me one of them Top Shelf outings real soon. Here, it'll be. I think it's gonna be in order. But anyway, I hope your New Year is off to a really good start. Okay, so maybe now. Oh, it's got you on there as a top fan. I love that. I love that. Oh, I know. Oh my goodness. It seemed like a really good thing. Like, you know, the world is yours. It just gets greater, I guess. Like it gets bigger to me. That's how I would look at it. I mean, how do you feel about it? Do you feel well, just how do you feel about it? I ain't gonna try to put no feelings in your mouth, like how do you feel right now about it? And then I'm gonna think about how I feel about it. I'm trying to think just like where I am with it now, which is kind of like a back and forth, and more so the type that be ready to hurry up and get back. Okay, like yeah, it's been good, but I'm ready to go. So that's where I am with mines. And so okay, ooh, this is I love. Let me tell you something that I absolutely love is a good epic start over. Like I literally get so much joy and endorphins and just happiness out of like a good start over. I wonder actually if I'm gonna end up being a person that's like that for the rest of my life, because I love a good start over. It just is so anytime somebody uses that word in my presence, I am super encouraging, because but I'm going off of how it feels for me. I'm going off how it feels for me, and really nothing else except for how it feels. But I'm an encourager of like starting over, but like your life is starting over from, like, that's the perspective. That's why I said it's bigger. Like, it gives more room and space for possibilities, and you being able to spread yourself out more, and uh and these are things that I have to be super cognizant of, because I'm such a mom. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm such a mom. So I have to always keep it in my mind that, like, yeah, make sure you plan in your some things out for yourself and for your life. So for 2026, what I am very much getting refocused on is self-care. I have had a self-care routine, even if it had to be at the most basic, for many years, of course, but I just decided that I wanted to get more into it in 2026 and get back in a better routine, try some new products, just really be more mindful about taking care of me. So maybe that's where I am with mine. Hey, sister. So maybe that's where I am with mine. Like, I got one that's going to come back, but they kind of be anxious to leave as well. And and I'm just trying to use that time in the process to just work on me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, just care for yourself a little bit more, and then I'll work to the next phase when I get to the next phase. And I'm good with that. But I love a good start over, baby. Don't I'm telling you, listen, you will be meet people in life that will say that starting like they not for you making certain moves. I can assimilate that to me selling my house. Like, you know I will find myself mostly around people that don't believe in selling a house. Once you got a house, you don't sell a house. Once you got a house, you got a house. And I was like, it ain't the type of thing that I can actually put into complete words, but I'm going to say this. I knew that it needed to happen for my continued survival, okay? Because it was just too much stress. It was just too much stress for me. And so, in that way, sometimes we experience things that other people don't get off into, as much. It's an issue they just blow off in life. And I can understand that, because you can't make everything an issue. But I love a good start over, period. Okay, I love a good start over. Let me see, is anything going on in the is anything going on, y'all? I got my glasses on so I can see. Okay, so yeah, but oh, well, I definitely, you of all the people in the world, I hope the absolute best for in that, because you deserve it, and I hope that it's super super good to you. That's what I hope for. Cause I hope that for everybody. I hope that for everybody. It's no other reason. It's nothing else. Not no other reason not to. And if I don't wish that for a person, then I just don't talk about them at all. And that's just how that would go. So yeah. So, and on my list, okay, so let me get into the topics that I had that I was going to talk about today, because I see the live is moving slow this morning. I see that, it's like people coming and people going. But what I'm going to do is go ahead and go through with the conversation. That way I know that I communicated everything to y'all that I intended to communicate today, okay? Because yes, this is how I want us to communicate. In 2026, I'm getting more off into short form content, so you will see more shorts. The last the last three shorts that I posted, one was basically kind of like about this live, but the other two, which were like voiceovers, did really good. So that's what I'm gonna get off into, because maybe perhaps long form is too overwhelming for me right now. But these lives is something that I want to happen, because if you have a community, you got to connect with them at some point in time, face to face. You know what I'm saying? And this is a very good way. So, who y'all, holiday blahs. I don't know how the holiday went for everybody else. I'm gonna say one thing. I was grateful for my holiday. Um, uh, oh, let me try this Q&A sticker. Wait a minute, y'all. Hold on. I don't know. What should I put in here? Uh, I'm gonna say this. We gonna say hello. Okay, done. Okay, and then let me move you right there. Okay, so this holiday, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say a good thing first, is that I was very grateful for my holiday, and the reason that I was grateful for it is because it was so like dark, and like I wasn't in the mood for some reason, but I was really trying, because the holidays is something that I have grown to love over the years. But I was grateful because that basically made it boil down to um what needed to happen. You were with who you needed to be with, and you enjoyed the time that you had with people over the holidays. And so in that, I was grateful. But I just felt like I was moving in slow motion. Like I was excited in my mind, but my body wasn't moving along with, you know what I'm saying, like what needed to be done. But success happened. The tree did get up. I took the tree down much earlier than usual, because I last year I kept my tree up past Valentine's Day. Okay, because I was just that happy about the tree. But this year I had the tree down before the new year began. So yeah, like I think I started taking it down like maybe the 27th. I started taking everything down. So made it through that, right? Okay, and then we get to the new year, and I get sick. So on New Year's Eve, I am sick. I usually don't go anywhere on New Year's Eve. I'm not opposed to it, but um if it's not worth my time, um if it's not worth my time, then you know, I'm gonna stay at home and be safe and chill out, which is perfect for me, who is introverted, isolated, homebody. Okay, but I do like to pop out. You know, I like to pop out. It is a joy to be found in that as well. But nevertheless, so then I get sick. Okay, I get sick, and I'm just like, wow. Okay, so not only do I push myself through what felt like a rough holiday season, but now I can't even bounce back at the top of the year because I'm sick. You know, it was just like, okay. But the good thing is that a lot of things about 2026 I started working on in 2025. Just like a lot of ideas, a lot of writing things down, a lot of beginnings of some routines and things. So I was really happy with where, how I was, at the point at which it started. But I was mad because I couldn't full throttle because I was sick. In addition to which, I had some campaigns that needed to be done by the end of the year. Okay. And true enough, I procrastinated slightly, but I had my plan. I was like, okay, I'm going to be off some days. It's the holidays. I can take time out to prepare myself to get this stuff done. And then I got sick. And so as a result, I couldn't do it because one of them involved hair, and I was like, I'm not finna get my head wet and I'm congested and I can't talk and I'm not finna do all of that. So I was disappointed. I'm saying all of that to say, without going into super detail, because I will do that. Okay. That my year ended with me just feeling really disappointed in myself, because something that I had put work into 2025, which was getting a little bit better at content, like slightly peeping out of my shell, like, okay, try this, try that, you have to do this, like just try it. Like what getting opportunities to try a lot of different products and attempting to leverage the receipt of those products into like good content that will kind of start to edge you out there a little bit. I wasn't perfect at it, but I was so disappointed that I got sick and I could not complete. Like it just I felt so sunken. So that's like how my new year started, but baby, it quickly popped back up, okay? Because my mother got sick, okay? So here I am. As you could hear, I still sound like hoarse. It's like coming and going. I don't know what, I guess since I'm talking, but nevertheless, my mother gets sick. So wow, wow, and wow. All my everything goes towards that situation. And I'm like, wow, okay. I'm like, wait a minute. So let's go over this. I feel like I dragged myself through the holidays. I got sick at the new year, and now here we are just shortly after the new year, and my mother is sick to where it needs more of my attention than usual. And I'm like, wow. It's like, no, baby, 2026 is not getting ready to drag the Don. Okay. It's just not, 2026 is not getting ready to drag the Don. So what I did was, I made my best attempt at staying calm through all situations. Okay. Oh, okay. I didn't start the Q&A. Have I hope y'all been able to hear me. I didn't start the Q&A. I thought I did, but anyway, so that brings me to this moment right here in which I was like, okay, we feeling a little bit better. Apparently life goes in such a way that it's going to always be something going on. So what you're going to need to learn how to do in 2026 is more pushing through. You're going to need to learn how to push through a little bit more. And although I will say, because some of you may know, you may not know, but I do have like a chronic illness. So it's always, I'm balancing. But you know what? Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? It's just learning how to push through is going to be my thing for 2026, as well as my mouth is open in 2026, because in 2025 I stayed quiet a lot and I learned a lot. It was great. And so it's going to stay incorporated into my, life routine, my daily routine. So that okay, so now on to a more serious note, as I actually sit here right now and watch a funeral service online. Like, this is something that in midlife, and it may happen for people at different points in time in life. Don't get me wrong. It may happen for people at different points in time. Okay, good. Because I started this questionnaire thing and I didn't actually hit the button, so I didn't know what was going on. But anyway, it happens to everybody at different points in times in life. Okay, but I think I could honestly say in midlife, I think that we are going to start experiencing what it feels like to lose a former lover, like a former lover friend. We're going to start experiencing that more in midlife because we are just getting older. And so that's an experience that I'm currently having. And it's like I will actually say that it's a weird feeling because you are so far removed from the person that it's like, okay, well, I don't feel like sunken in my heart. I feel more like in shock, and then maybe little sadness here and there, and only simply because the person was a good person. Like, I can't even just say that they were ever a bad person to me or that they ever did anything bad to me. So that's the only reason I really will call it experiencing the loss of a former lover in midlife. Because if it was a person that was shitty to me, we wouldn't even, it wouldn't be a conversation to be had. And if it was emotions, they would be suppressed and locked away. We wouldn't even talk about it. But when it's a good person. So um Quincy said hi. Hi, Quincy. Bo Bency, my nephew. So it's a feeling that's new for me. It's a feeling that I'm like, experiencing. And I'm like, wow, wow, wow. You get to the point where you start losing people in life that, they came from a certain perspective in your life. And yeah, it's just an interesting experience. That's all that I could say. That's all that I could say. It's just an interesting experience. So yeah, those was my three topics. I went over the stuff that I needed to go over. Okay. And if it was more people in the live, we could talk about more things. I appreciate those that are here. Um, yeah, because y'all here. So I appreciate it. But yeah, but I did my topics, and that's it, and that's all. What it was something that I wanted to, what do I have going on right now? Okay, listen. Right now I'm trying to finish this perfume up because I want to get a new perfume, but I just don't like the idea of continually buying things and you still have the things, okay? You still have some of the things. So this is the perfume that I'm currently trying to use up, and this is the Very Sexy Orchid by Victoria's Secret. I just cleaned my bottles, but I guess my oily hands. But anyway, this is it right here. Hopefully it'll at some point. There we go. Well, anyway, it's the Victoria's Secret Very Sexy Orchid. And I'm trying to use it up because I've had it for a while. Can we see? That's the level that we at right there. Um, and I like it, but it's like, only thing, it's real, it's called Very Sexy. So it's real like deep. And um scents like this I reserve them for certain occasions, like you going out somewhere where that's how you want to smell. You want to smell, have a deep, mysterious, it smell good. It smell good. Oh, it smell real good. Okay, yeah. So I'm trying to use that up. That's something that I currently have going on. Another thing that I have going on is a resurgence. I know it is a lot of it. That's why I got to use it. And then I got the lotion too. But it actually smells good. But it's just this perfume, I only feel obliged to wear if I, do I want to say if I, okay, first of all, I only, well, that's not true because I do put perfume on just if I'm gonna be at home. But this perfume, that's a going out perfume, and so then I only will wear it if I feel sexy, if I'm going to be in a sexy situation, not having nothing to do with the act of, but having to do with the vibe. You know what I'm saying? So I don't use it that much. I have used it, but I just don't use it that much. So I'm currently challenging myself to use it. And that's another reason why I don't really wear my Tom Ford Black Orchid. This is Very Sexy. Those are very similar. Um, but it's the same way. And I don't wear it that often because, you know, it's just how it is. So that's what I got going on, and this is good because you know what, it will force me to make myself smell different kind of ways at different times of the day. On any day, it's an experience, really, basically, kind of, you know what I'm saying. Okay, the other thing I've been into is just me and these Jolly Ranchers. I've been on a Jolly Rancher kick real bad, like real bad. Like it's real bad. But yeah, that's what's been going on with me in that. Um and did I have anything else? Oh, I got new skincare that I'm gonna try. I received some Paula's Choice. I'm excited to try that, but I want to make sure I start that on the right kind of slate. Like I want to start that on a good clean slate. So I don't want to be like using other stuff because I want to really see what it does because it's real super formulated. Wait a minute. I might actually have it. Wait a minute, y'all. Okay, let me see. Let me go in my bucket. Here it is. And here it is. Okay. So this is what I got to try. This is the Paula's Choice. I can't even tell you what it says right now. Uh Oh, baby, let me tell you. Okay, why I'm telling y'all about stuff I'm gonna try because I agreed to try these things, so I'm gonna try them. But let me tell y'all what my number one. This is we gonna just this is so simple. I got a number two. We'll talk about my number two stunner in the next live, which is close to being number one. But let me tell you my number one stunner for skincare. And I was actually thinking about that before this live because I was in there doing my skincare. It's only two things that you need. And then the moisturizer, I'll say, can be your choice, but I have a suggestion for that as well. It's only two things that you need, and I promise you that your skin will be fire. And this is this okay. It's two things that you need. You need an organic rose water toner, okay? And I use one brand and one brand only, and I have been using one brand and one brand only for years. But you can I'll put them in the I'll put it down in the link to both of them in the comments down below after this live, but you can choose whichever one you want to. And then an organic rose hip seed oil. Now, of course, you're going to need a cleanser. So I would suggest CeraVe hydrating cleanser. I'm not a big CeraVe fan, but I did receive that to try. And when I tell you, when I washed my face with that CeraVe hydrating cleanser, my skin was looking fire. I was like, so I actually need to get some more for this experiment here. But anyway, yes, the organic rose water toner and the organic rose hip seed oil as your daily. Hey Sony, oh my gosh. Ah, oh, thank you for the skin compliment, Black Coffee. Okay, so yeah, to me, if you want to just go to the most simplest of simple, get that rose water toner, organic and organic rose hip seed oil, and then your cleanser of choice, which I suggest the CeraVe hydrating. And because their rose water toner is going to tone your skin, but it's also going to not strip away all the moisture. And then their rose hip seed oil is almost like a super oil, and it is just going to create a glow on your face. Now, if you got oily skin, don't use a lot. Just use a little bit, rub it in your hands, and rub it on your face. And it don't even leave your face looking oily anyway. Like, put it on in advance. Or if you're gonna wear makeup, don't use a lot of it. Just put a little bit, get it done in advance. Put a little bit and get it in on your face, and give yourself a little bit of time before you put your makeup on. But like if you going to bed that night at night and you've done your face and you want to really just let your face luxuriate, put it on there. You know, you ain't still ain't got to use a lot and just put it on your face. But I'm just saying, if you have other things you're gonna do, do it in advance and do it lightly. It's a oil, so you can kind of manipulate, you know, the application, how much you use, how little you use, and all of that. But that's my highest level suggestion is the rose organic rose water toner and organic rose hip seed oil as your moisturizer, as your night cream, as your everything, as your eye cream, as your everything. Okay, and then your cleanser of your choice. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. And then in the next Saturday's live, I'll tell you about my number two stunner that's running a close flojo. Okay, it's running a close flojo to that number one. Okay, we'll talk about that. So and then comment and let me know what you have been doing that works for you, that like, you know, because everybody does different things. I am not an esthetician. I can only talk from experience and basically like results. And 2025 I did get off into working on my skin more, um but at varying levels, like depending on my budget. So I had to go from here, and I received products that allowed me to elevate. I may have bought a thing or two. But yeah, so I've been at all the levels, and that's why that rose water and rose hip seed oil thing is a biggie for me, because if you on a budget and you can't buy all these skincare products, which you really don't have to, let's be real, then I would have those two things and call it a day and have a simple life and have beautiful skin and be done with it. You know what I'm saying? And be done with it. Just be done with it, you know. You struggle with dry. Okay, so that wrote now I think because I'm used to using it, the smell doesn't bother me, but the smell is not horrible, and the smell, it does not stay. Like, it's just an initial when you pump it out and put it on your face, but it's not strong to me. I'm used to it. It does have a slight smell, but I don't think it should be a smell that should make anybody lose their mind or go crazy. If it works for you, then everybody else will just have to sacrifice so that you can be the beautiful person that you want to be. They'll have to sacrifice. Just how it's gonna have to be. It's just how it's gonna have to be. You know, it's how it's gonna have to be. So yeah. So, oh my God, I did my first live of 2026. I am so, because for whatever reason, y'all, I kept trying and trying. Like, okay, we gonna do lives every Saturday. We gonna do lives every Saturday. You know, life is life. Like I explained to y'all the stuff that has gone on with me from right after Christmas through up to, you know what I'm saying, like right now as I'm watching this service on the TV. You know, so but I'm here and I made it, and I'm planning to make it more. Follow me on Instagram for sure. The stories is where I completely crash out, and really it's just really about having fun, y'all, and that is it, and that is all. And you know, discussion of different topics and whatnot, and that's all. And more shorts here on YouTube, because I'll be posting the short form across all three platforms, basically TikTok, Instagram, YouTube Shorts. So yeah. I don't know if I'm gonna watch all of this service, because I right now how I'm feeling, just like, is it even necessary? Is it even necessary? Cocoa butter soap and Aveeno. You know what? I'm trying to think. Did I used to use the cocoa butter soap, or the, oh, something else that's inexpensive that's good is that Palmer's vitamin E cream in the little jar. I don't know how much it even costs now, but it's good too. But yeah, I think I have used cocoa butter soap before. So, and I found it to be good as well. And my sister has excellent skin. Like, she has no pores. Her pores are super tight. So she's the person that I would take skincare suggestions from, because her skin is fine. Yeah, the cocoa butter soap, I definitely, yeah. The Aveeno oatmeal nighttime, I've never really used Aveeno on my face. So, oh, you know what, I did used to use Aveeno back in the day. It was cool. It kind of gave survey vibes, like, you know, a good basic situation. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. It's just all about what works for you. So, anyway, y'all, I'm out of here. I'll see y'all next Saturday for the live. Of course, I'll be posting in community and all of that. Always feel free to go in community or otherwise on a post or short and comment like, hey, I think I want to talk about this, you know, because I want to talk about some of the stuff that y'all want to talk that y'all want to talk about. So yeah, and yeah, I'll have updates on this once I start using it. Yeah, have a good Saturday, have a good weekend. Be safe, be blessed, and be peaceful. Talk to you guys later. Bye.